Now that we've logged into MediaCentral UX, let's look at how we can access our iNews database and begin to view and work with stories. One of the panes that I have opened is called the Launch pane, and this shows me a few things. First, it shows me the systems that I have access to. In this case, not just iNews, but also access to Interplay Production for video, Interplay MAM for archive, and in fact here multiple iNews systems with the iNews community feature. We can also see some third-party integrations that I have available. We can also see iNews projects, which are part of a story-centric workflow. We also have an area for shortcuts and for saved and public searches. So let's take a look at our iNews database. To look at the contents, just double-click on the database and it will open up in another pane. So you can see here that I can view all of the folders and queues that I have permission to view and work with. Your own view will, of course, be unique to your own iNews setup. Now I want to go in and view some stories in a running order. So I navigate down to the folder I want to access, just click on the arrow beside the folder name to open it up, and then I can see all of the contents. I want to access this training running order, so I just click on the arrow to open it up, then double click on the rundown itself, and you see the running order opens up in another pane. When the running order opens, it shows you the list of all of the stories it contains. This is what's called the queue view. But I want to see the contents of the story as well, and I can easily do that simply by clicking on this button here called Story. This then displays the text of the story I'm clicked onto. If I have the queue view open, then I can simply right click where I want the story to go and choose Create Story. Then in the story itself I can give it a name and begin to type in my text. When you're writing in MediaCentral UX, you can type in text, and when you save it, use Ctrl and S on the keyboard, or by clicking into another story. It's immediately available for everyone else who has permissions to view it. And you can do more than just type in plain text. For example, you can also add in instructions for the presenter or the director by using what are called production cues. And this kind of information can be really valuable in the studio or the control room. You also have access to bold, underline and italics, either from the menu at the top or via the standard Windows keyboard shortcuts of Ctrl-B, Ctrl-U and Ctrl-I. Plus you can write in presenter text, normal text or closed caption text. Don't forget to save your story, Ctrl and S. We've looked at how to create and write a story, but what if you want to do some research and also access wires to find out other information is going on and what's coming in from agencies? Well, in MediaCentral UX, you can easily access wires while at the same time being able to view and write your story. To open up wires, you go back to your iNews database and navigate to the wires folder. This could of course be set up already as a shortcut. Now click on the arrow next to it and then you'll see the list of all the agency wires that you can access. To open one of them, just double click on the name of the wire and it will open as a new tab in MediaCentral UX. So you can see here the wires tab has opened up and I can easily move that tab or any other tab for that matter by just clicking on the tab itself, then dragging and dropping it where else I want it to go on the screen. But MediaCentral UX lets you do far more than just look at wire stories from agencies. Through integration with our partner XNews, I can open up their pane directly inside MediaCentral UX and there run a search against Twitter or the web or agencies for video or stills and view it immediately. This is just one example of the kind of flexibility of Avid's newsroom approach. MediaCentral UX also has great graphics integration with Maestro, Avid's graphics system. Rather than using the ActiveX protocol for graphics, I can view my Maestro graphics straight in another central pane. I can access some templates, fill out the graphics with the information I need, then add them to my story. If you're working as a producer, MediaCentral UX also allows you to move stories around within a running order and also to drag and drop stories from other running orders as well. So to move stories within a running order, you simply click on the small grey box at the left-hand edge of the story. You can select multiple stories of course as well. This turns the line orange to indicate this is the story or stories you've selected. Then you simply drag and drop it in the running order to where you want to put it. You can also drag stories from other running orders as well. To do this, just drag and drop. MediaCentral UX also allows you to group stories together, so you can easily move them together as well. These are just some of the great features of MediaCentral UX for news.